Right, the transfer window is coming to a close in about a week's time, so I thought, why not? Let's put together a starting 11 from the Premier League signings of this summer. So, you know how it's going to work. It's just going to be a starting 11, what I think are the best transfers, best value for money, who I think will be the most effective, and yeah, tell me your opinion in the comments, and let's get into it. Goalkeeper. I think there's only one option here. I think everyone's going to choose him. It's got to be Onana. He's a really good player. And all these stats I'm going to tell you, they're from the past 365 days. FB Ref, thank you very much for the stats. So he's in the top 10% of goalkeepers in the world, as he has averaged 0.5 goals against him per match, which is better than De Gea's 1.02 from last year, even though we got the Golden Glove. But yeah, I think Onana, despite that dodgy start in pre-season, where he conceded from the halfway line, he's still a very good goalkeeper, really good at playing at the back. Does like to play quite high out of his box, which is a bit unorthodox, but I think it works for him. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, solid signing, and he is in the goalkeeper position. Moving on to the left-back position, I've gone for Jurrien Timber of Arsenal. I know he got injured in his first game, but up until then, he looked really good, really solid as a left-back. He's also versatile. He can play centre back or left back or right back, I think, as well. So he's all over the fence. It's a good player to have. £38 million as well. It's a bargain for a player like him. He's only young. He's in his early 20s. Yeah, brilliant signing for Arsenal. Also, he's on top 1% of defenders for shot creating actions with 1.83 per 90, which is very good, and Arsenal need that going forwards. Luckily for them, they've got replacements for him while he's out, of Zinchenko and Tierney. But yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. He is in the left back spot. Left centre back then, I'm a Spurs fan. This is not biased though. I'm going with Mickey van der Ven. He reminds me a lot of Jan Vertonghen, and yeah, I mean, that's a big compliment I can give him. He looked really good against Brentford. I know he had the own goal thing. He's just a bit unlucky. United, really solid. Very good on the ball. Very good carrying the ball up. Averages 1.22 progressive carries per game. Can't get my words out. Which puts him in the top 11% of centre-back worldwide. And 0.6 successful take-ons per match, which is top 6%. And that just highlights his ability on the ball and how effective he is at getting the ball forwards. Very solid at the back as well. Good height, even though his aerial stats aren't that good, which is quite surprising because from what I've seen of him so far, he looks all right. But yeah, I'm very happy with the signing, and he is in the starting 11. Moving across to his partnership at the back, I've gone for Josko Gvardiol of Man City. I couldn't leave him out, could I? I was considering Igor from Brighton. I watched Fiorentina in the Conference League a bit last year on BT, because yeah, why not? And he looked very solid, very good. 15 million quid for him as well, which is, I think it's a bargain. Brighton finding more players that are good for the price. But anyway, Gvardiol has to be in there. 75 million for him. Amazing player. Looked incredible in the World Cup against Brazil. Hate Croatia. Get to the semi-final, I believe it was. But overall, cracking player. It's good to have him in the Prem for City fans. I'm not happy about it. Diaz and Gvardiol at the back is going to be impenetrable. But very good player, very good signing in the right centre-back spot. Right back. I don't think any of the options were that good. So I've gone with Pedro Porro. But I think my real options were Porro, Livramento and Kabore of Luton. But I didn't really want to include him because he's on loan. He's not permanent. Because his parent club is Man City. But Livramento, I would have put him in, but he hasn't played for the whole of last season. So I was like, I'm not too sure if I can put him in. So I've gone with Porro. Very good player still. Very good going forward. He averages 3.22 shot creating actions per 90 and 0.16 per goals per 90. Both put him in the top 9% of right backs worldwide. He's very good going forward. All of us know that, especially as Spurs fans. But we also know his defensive frailty, which is quite annoying. And sometimes you're like, oh, why do we not play Emerson a bit more? But Porro against United, very good, very solid. Didn't look too fragile at the back, and I was quite happy with him. So he is in the summer signing right back spot. And if anyone wants to ask about it, he was on loan from January and we just signed him permanently now, so I think it counts. And right back for the Spaniard. Right, midfield. Kovacic, £30 million for such a good player is unbelievable. Chelsea, I don't know what you're thinking. Why have you sold him to City for that little money? He's at least 50 minimum. But anyway, City still absolute steal for him. Good replacement for Gundogan. He's really good in possession, really good at pinging passes across the pitch. Pleasure to watch. And overall, outstanding signing. Completes 3.15 shot creating actions per 90 and 7.8 progressive passes, which puts him in the top 15% or so of midfielders worldwide, which is pretty decent. He's one you just want in there, box to box, doing what you want, pinging passes, recovering the ball when he can, and just bringing it out from the back. All you need in midfielder, very good signing, and he is in my centre mid spot. Moving across to the midfield partner, I've gone for James Maddison. Another steal like Kovacic. No, Leicester went down, so it made it a bit easier. But £40 million for a player like him, 19 goal involvements in 30 matches in the Premier League last year, is very good in a relegation Leicester team. Him and Harvey Barnes really helped the team stay up a bit more and have a bit of hope. But yeah, very good player, very cheap. When you look at Mount, what was he, £60 million for a player like him? He's been really disappointing so far. So Maddison for £40 million, really good for Ange's Spurs team. And overall, magnificent signing for Tottenham. And they've been craving that since Eriksen left. And he is in my centre mid spot. The final centre mid, I'll let you guess it, I'll give you 5 seconds. No, it's Tonali. Obviously, it had to be. This man has everything you need, and for me, he's just as good as Salcedo and Rice, but the fact that he hasn't got the Premier League experience just makes him a lot cheaper, half the price for an incredible player. He's UCL proven, he's Serie A proven. Yeah, he was a special player for Milan, and it's good to see him in England, even though it's not for my club, which is a shame, even though we never would have gotten him. But very good against Villa. He was fantastic. He scored, he got an assist, and he just ran that midfield like it. He could do it in his He could do it in his sleep. It looked easy for him. So he is in my centre mid spot. I cannot leave him out in any way, shape, or form. Left wing. I know he's been playing in the midfield for Liverpool this year, and yes, he's not the cheapest, but I've gone for Szoboszlai. I think £60 million for a player in his young 20s that's proven himself for a few years now is fairly reasonable, especially what we've been looking at for some players' prices. He looks very good on the ball, despite being 6'1" and a bit on the taller side. But yeah, joy to watch. Fantastic player. Fantastic passing skills, which is proven by his 5.3 progressive passes per match and 0.3 assists per match. So overall in a season, he should probably get 10 assists, a few more, 12 or so, about that. But yeah, very good player, good value for money, I'd say. And I'm excited to see what it can bring. Right wing, we have gone for Moussa Diaby of Aston Villa. How could I leave this man out? He looks fantastic. In the summer series, he was smashing it up. I think he scored 2 and assisted 2, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm almost learning. Villa, they're looking to climb up the table. 7th place for them last year was a big achievement. And yeah, they're looking higher. They're looking at Europa League. They want to get the Champions League as soon as they can. I think Diaby is a player that will stay in there for the long run. A very good team player to have. His playing style is quite similar to Leon Bailey. I know he hasn't had the best time in the Prem so far, but I think Diaby's different. He'll adapt. He looks really good. He scored against Newcastle, of course. It was a fantastic volley with his right foot, and that is his weak foot as well. But yeah, fantastic player, brilliant signing for Aston Villa, and I bet they will move up the table. My striker spot. Yes, I have gone for a Chelsea player. Yes, they have made a lot of debatable signings this summer, but Christopher Nkunku, I cannot leave him out. And yes, you're saying, oh, he's a midfielder. No, he played most of his games last year at striker for Leipzig alongside Andre Silva or Werner. And yeah, I think he's the striker they've needed. They needed someone with a bit of quality and versatility, and it's brilliant. It's good. It'll be interesting to see him in the Prem when he returns from injury. Yeah, he has all the qualities you need in a forward. Clinical, he's got speed, and he's got the ability to find a good pass to Sterling or Nicholas Jackson, whoever he's playing with. Last season, it was a bit of an injury-riddled year. He only played 25 games in the Bundesliga, but he still scored 16 and assisted 4. And yeah, it's unbelievable. He's playing at a really high level now. When he left PSG, it was a bit questioned if he would be this good, but he has turned out to be an absolute gem. £52 million for him, absolute bargain, absolute steal, and yeah, exciting to see him play. And that is rounding out my starting 11. Let's go through it. Okay, going through the starting 11. In goal, we've got Onana. Left back, we've got Timber. The partnership at the back is Van der Ven and Gvardiol. Right back, we've got Pedro Porro. The centre mid partnership is Kovacic, Maddison, and Tonali. Your left winger is Dominic Szoboszlai. Your right winger is Moussa Diaby, and up top is Christopher Nkunku. I know they're all from big teams, and I know it's quite obvious, but I think personally this is as good as it gets. All of these really good signings, good value. I haven't put Rice Sado in just because I think the value is outrageous. It's monster. I don't think they're worth that much, and I don't think anyone does. I think they're about 70 million each. Salcedo maybe a little less than Rice, just because Rice has got a bit more experience and he's got the English. And of course, I think you need 8 English players in your squad when you register it. So I think that adds a little bit of value onto it. But overall, I think it's a very good team. Leave your team in the comments below. It's been a joy to make this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.